guten Tag, guten Abend. Mein Name ist FTG und willkommen im Livestream. Willkommen in Dorfbach und Grunewald. Welcome! Ah, that was my German. Ooh, I've been working on that all day. That basically said, my name is FTG. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to Dorfbach and Grunewald, which are the two cities that this awesome map are centered around. Probably the first time you've ever heard a North Carolinian speak German on live stream, besides maybe me once before. So if anybody's from Germany that watches now or watches later, I hope I did you proud. I have some roots with my last name. I have some roots from Germany, so I love the language. I'm just not very good at it. Found out something stupid in the mod hub. I'd actually like to know what that is. First, I want to welcome all you guys. Thank you for such a warm welcome. It is great to see everybody in stream. Had a whole nother list of guys that were in here earlier for the first look, so it was great to see some new names. So welcome to all you guys. Greg and Husky, Chuck, Braden. Who else we got in here? Some of our regulars. All Husky's back. Let's see. I saw Tavin was in, James, Braden, Scott. What is going on, guys? Had to give a little shout out again to Scott. He was the first one that turned me onto this map, just so I could actually started looking at this thing. I was like, wow, this is really a great map. Started really liking some of the gameplay I was seeing, and I tell you what, man, this is kind of lived up to its small amount of hype. I know I've even criticized Black Sheep modding before. I've even kind of looked at some of their stuff and said, meh, this is, some of their mods are on, they're okay, and some of them are great. Especially some of the PC ones are actually really good, which is we don't get them. But this map, as you can see, it's very small. It's not huge. There's really not a ton of fields on here. I mean, besides your grass fields, you've got 10 of those and 15 fields. So even a total of that's only 25 fields. They're only they're relatively small, but I will say this: it's well laid out. If you have worries of looking at a farm that's, say, this small and thinking it is a little crowded, I'm not gonna lie, if you think you're going to be using a bunch of huge fields and stuff, I don't really think you're going to be looking that much into some of the bigger fields. Actually, let me stop the stream here. Okay. There, that's going to help out my CPU usage there. I was actually, it was loading it up on my my copy YouTube sitting up. So anyway, that ought to be better, a lot smoother. So anyway, I went and looked and found all the gold nuggets. This map does have gold nuggets, and it's pretty much really easy to find. If you want to look at them, go look right around the city areas, which is across the street from the farm. You can find 10 really easy ones there, and then the rest of them are all found. So I actually got my $1 million. I've actually got most of all, I've got all the loan paid back. So we're just going to kind of do a really quick run through. I've got just generic stuff in here. I don't have a ton. And you see I got a 6 meter stuff, nothing over 6 meters. I think this is the corn and sunflower, maybe canola, and I think it's like 5. You got the Lely loading wagon, and I've got a 25-foot header with the Acros from Rostomash. Then I've got the Lamborghini, which I've always seen this tractor and I've never bought it. It's basically a copy of the Dutz Far. So if you like the Dutz Series 7, I mean, this is basically the same thing. It just comes in white. I've got the middle plow back there, windrower, and then this medium-sized Joskin. So I don't really have a ton of stuff here. I don't have any animals in the pens. I did buy a JCB telehandler. I still got the same standard tractors, so I'm not really, let's say, running on a rich farm whatsoever. But this will at least give you enough to feel like you're making some forward progression. Got a one water trailer, and I got a baler. And gosh, that's really about it. I mean, it really be surprised that money didn't go really all that far at all. I just shouted you out, Scott. I just did ask anybody in stream. That is this big old long intro. Just want to thank Scott for putting me onto this map. So you just rewind it about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes and you'll have it. But thank you again, Scott. Appreciate that. Okay, let me catch up on. Okay, I'm catching up here just on chat just a little bit. Found out something in the mod hub. In the mod hub, Scott, what's that? You can't play your maps when you have other maps installed. Don't have other maps installed. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying there. No problem, Husky. Education comes first. Gaming and farming comes second. Yeah, first look, it was pretty good. It was a good crowd. I was really pleased with that. There was a lot of new faces in there, which was really good. Um, it's like literally in the first 4 or 5 minutes. So if you want to, actually, it's in the first look too. I shouted you out right in the first look as well. So you're famous on 2 videos. So I think what I'm gonna do, I've got a little bit of a loan, but what I'm gonna do here, I've really not done anything. So I see what I do have field wise, and I want to. I'm just going to take a trip here, and I'm going to see some of these fields. I know what 4 looks like. Oh, cool! I like that little Joskin. I saw that on their Facebook page. They've got a couple of little nice things out there, so that was cool to see. I do know one problem that I think we've seen. Chuck initially saw this today and shot me a picture of it. One of these fields, I'm not sure which one. He could probably tell us. Yeah, it's no problem, guys. It was a little earlier, way earlier than I normally do, so I just wanted to get something out there first. This field's gonna be a little tougher one here. This nice little. 4s are pretty decent size. It's probably one of the bigger ones, at least in your harvestable fields, unless any of these grass fields you can cultivate back into a regular field. They don't have to stay grass. They're just all plowed so that you'll be able to actually do workers on them. Let's see. So I'll probably just take my seed around and I'll seed a few things. I definitely want to get some bales in here. I want to get some grass cut and some bales there so I can get sheep going. Plan on doing all 3 animals as much as I can, because this is just a really cool farm, and honestly I want to kind of get as much as I can get done, because we've got 2 new maps coming in probably this coming week and the next, and that is going to be Thornton Farm, which is a big PCFS 15 map, and Sandy Bay should be on the horizon soon, this week or the beginning, first week of February. So that's got 2 of those are coming in. Let's see, field 10. Let's see if I can just squeeze up through here. Alright, let's see, field 10. See, I'm on that. Oh, great. And it's got a big old electric pole in the middle. And very small. Wow, these things are so small. Alright, let's see. Alright, I guess let me just get my seeder, because I don't really have much choice here without going and buying new fields. There is missions on all the buyable fields, so you do have that going for you. Yeah. Do I need to buy seed pallets? No, I don't. I don't think so. Actually, there is down there by the south of the Artisan. There is a store for fertilizer. And there's storage down there for seeds. I'm going to look in here one more time, because I'm not going to wind up telling you a lie. It's very possible that you might have to, but I'm not sure if there is a quick one here on the premise, but we will look around. I know there's a couple places for water. This place right here on the right has got your water in it. You pay for that. They've got another over there. There's another one. Let's see where the old truck is and your wash station. There's another water tower over, well, not water tower, but one of those FS15 things right there. So you've got those 2, and I don't know if seeds are on here or not, to be quite honest with you. I haven't even looked. Hey, Cummins man, yes I did. Brand spanking new today. Located in Germany. It's another European-esque map, but at least all the fields are square. They might be a little oblong, but they are at least square. Alright, I'm gonna, let's see, let's go this way, let's see. We're looking for seeds. I honestly don't even know if there's seeds on here. I think that might be fertilizer there. Liquid. So I think that's what it's going to be. So let's go down there, because I know it's down there. Look like we got liquid fertilizer up here, but I don't see any type of seed thing up here, but I'm pretty sure we do not have to buy seeds, pallets, and bring them down. Yes, sir, man. You'll like it. I think so. I mean, it's I personally think all these maps are different. Some are at least similar in scope, but I definitely think this one's way different than any of the rest of them. It's you could actually keep everything smooth, and this actually gives us an excuse to use all the 3-meter crap. So you can download them and fill your mod folder up, and then delete them when you get done with the map. Okay, yeah. What's going on, Z-Money Gaming? I think it's Zenon. Tell me if I said that right. I said Xenon first and then Zenon. Still down low. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm liking this. So I think I may have gone backwards here. I think I was supposed to go the other way, but we'll just cut through. They won't know. We're going through the biogas right here. It's a really cool little area. Totally different. There's James. Yeah, the joke of the night brought to you at FTG Moment, brought to you by James Landry. You got it, brother. You got it. You got it. Zenon. All right. Doing good, man. Doing good. Hope you are. Just loving on this map a little bit. It's a good one. I kind of get a little taste of what the PC world gets on a fairly regular basis. I say it's kind of like crack cocaine. Once you get a little bit, and you got to keep getting more of it. So when those mods stop and slow down, let the shaking begin. So yeah, there's your fertilizer over there. So this is your seed and fertilizer, and also a sell point down here. So this will be where you can fill up seeds all in one. You're not going to use the seeds very fast, at least that's my assumption. I'm not sure where the... Oh, I know where the seed fill up is. It's on the other side. We should back it in, and we should hit the trigger point there. There we go. Well, you don't run into the seeds. Yeah, this is a good one, man. I like this one. Got a lot of good areas. I did a little more of an extensive kind of just walk through, kind of just go through everything. I'll try to cover and hit some things. Some of you guys that didn't get to see the first look, I'll kind of just kind of blast through a few things as I'm going along, because it won't take you long to kind of pass through everything. So if you're not onto the map yet or not playing it quite yet, it's totally cool. I guess that's a one. Well, no, it's not a one-way. I doubt we get DLC this week, but I will say this: Scott's pretty good at calling stuff. He totally hit me up on Twitter and called when this map was coming out from Black Sheep, so I will shout him out again and say he's a pretty good guesser. Yeah, I've actually noticed that Zenon with I've actually noticed that with stuff. And if I've got today I had Mario and I had Chuck with me, man. It was a blast. We got a lot of work done in a really small amount of time. But yeah, by yourself when you're just trying to do stuff, it's rough doing those really big maps. Especially if you're trying to grind to get money, just to get stuff. Lawfolds is actually not too hard to make money on, but gosh, it's kind of broken right now, at least on console. We got a lot of crashing issues on it, so hopefully that stuff gets. Speaking of which, let me do this right quick because I want to throw this up there. I really like Coldborough Park. And listen to them honking horn at me. So I wanted to throw this up there in chat. I really got a really nice. This was really cool. The Bullet Bill 83 that made Coldwater Park Farm. Actually, this based completely off of a real life farm. So is the new one that PC got, the Klein Owl. That was one that was based off a family farm. So you guys get a chance if that. There it goes. It come through. You guys get a chance, man. Go check that out, because that guy's got all real life photos from the real Coldwater Park farm, and it gives you an idea how talented these modders and stuff really are. Because I mean, you actually look back at it, and you look at Coldwater if you've actually playing it. It's pretty awesome. Fertilization, what's going on? It's an inside joke there with me and Chuck. Yeah, it's really good there. Yeah, I'd agree, Scott. It's I'm glad this one came out. It's a good, solid map, and it's different. That's all I can say. It's different. So I'm all about just giving me a different flow, a different workflow on some of this. Some of this is really not going to take you long to. I mean, really, you could almost do the farm with the equipment that you have. You don't really need to do, you know, I don't need to do any of this. You go find nuggets and buy bigger stuff, but the other good thing that I wanted to throw out to guys that haven't seen that, you see all the dark green areas on the map. Yes. And what is up, ASAP? Yes. The fields are workable. They're all square. So it still has a very European-esque style feel, but it does not have the curvature on the fields that makes it really hard for the workers to do anything, since we don't have anything else. So I am going to throw down. Oh, one other thing I saw. I don't know if prices have been adjusted. 1400 sounds pretty up on the upper end, but I did see. I don't know where this stuff is. There's 10,000 at biogas, 10,000 at grass, 10,000. I don't know where that stuff is. If that's because that's actually, if you look at the very farm silo, I'm not sure where that is. With that being said, you still get 12,000 of canola, 12,000 of. You got 10,000. You've already got some croppage in here, so there's actually a pretty decent amount that you could sell right off the bat and get some extra money in there if you're not doing any of the rest of it. Let's see, and I think I will. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure unless this is already planted. Let's see here. Fruit types, anything on it? No, nothing's on it yet. Alright, so 4. Okay, that's weird. Alright. I wonder if this field needs to be plowed or something. I know Chuck had some issues with some of the fields when he was actually cutting grass. It was leaving potatoes in the mower's wake. So I'm not sure. It doesn't look like these fields wanting to accept. Is that? I can't even tell if it's doing anything. Maybe. Okay, so it wouldn't work for Chuck either. So I'm going to check and see if it threw anything down. You can see in the fruit types, it should throw down some barley. Okay, so it did. Alright, interesting. So growth, it should have. Okay. Alright, so it's accepting whatever I'm throwing on it. It's just not changing the texture. So maybe say let this be a lesson to you. Don't get so involved with this. There may be an update on this map. Oh, come on. Oh, man. There we go. So there may be something to do on this one. Maybe doing an update, possibly. We'll see what the other map, the other fields do. I plan on going in there behind 4. Now 4 probably will work. just because it said cultivate, but it was cultivated. This one, you might be able to create a field and just replow it, which is something I may actually do. I don't think I'm going to waste any more time on that because I'm not going to be able to see my lines. Well, I would say yeah, but so this right here was where I just planted, and this right here is not, so it does not look like it's a different texture. You would be able to tell. It doesn't even say that it's been cultivated, even though this is saying I'm laying the seed down. We'll just go up here and look at 4. We'll just do a little quick test here. I won't write it off quite yet. It might just be one of those that I need to plow up and then kind of reset it. Then once you do that, you'll be good to go. But yeah, I saw the new mowers. That's what I thought of them. They weren't even 2.7. I mean, they weren't even 3 meters. They were 2.7. It's like, come on, guys, you got to be kidding. All right, let's see what this. And this tractor's not going to pull this up around this hill, but I at least want to see if it does the texture thing again. If it actually changes the texture on this one, then I know I might just need to replow that other one. What am I hung on? Oh, really? Well, I can see some trees that are probably going to get cut down and chopped up. Yeah, mods have modders are trolling with you. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit sad we didn't even get the 3-meter mowers. Okay, yeah, so 4 works. So what we could probably do, okay, I'm not even gonna plant wheat and barley on this field because I want to use it for I want to be able to pull bales off of it, and that's gonna be literally impossible with that slope right there to put a round bale on it. So let's back up and punt. Let's go look at this grass field, because now this should, we're gonna find out right here. Alright, so these will all have to be plowed up as well, which that really stinks. Dang. Alright, tell you what, I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna go get my mid-grade tractor here, go get that little Lamborghini, and I'll just put something else up there that I can at least harvest out. And then I'll go look at some of these other fields and see if there's something else I can do. And obviously, go cut grass, but I know y'all won't want to watch me sit here and cut grass for an hour or so. Planted corn early when it came up, it was weird and not in rows. John, you get back in the cockpit, sir. Nothing came out today, Cummins. We got those mowers. This map came out, and as far as I know, that is it. I can't remember anything else making its way. And, you know, here's the, you guys have heard me, you know, kind of talk and go on about how the modders work. And my voice of complaint's always with Giants. And that's usually always just a lack of communication with its base. And it's actually quite huge. The modders don't have anything to do with it. I'm usually never ever mad at the modders, because you got to understand those guys are doing it for peanuts. They're not doing it for any kind of sizable amount of money. You know, most of you guys know that if you've listened to, you know, just listen to me and talk about it and discuss it and on stream. Yeah, those guys work hard. A lot of them, you know, they don't. It's not like, you know, I even kind of had to catch myself in the beginning, thinking that you know, it's kind of like X-Plane. Now that's what I used to be in. You could even say the same as FSX. So let's say you know, your publishers like Wilco, your PMDG, any of the guys that were FlightAware, any of the guys that were doing really payware scenery packages, that were doing things for the simulation on the computer itself, those guys were, let's see what I want to put down first. We'll put down some soybeans, because I like those. They're pretty easy. Because the one thing about them, when you start looking at the modders, most of those guys are doing it in their off time. They're not full time while they're doing it. They're not making money on it, like as in to say this is an actual form of employment for them. Oh, come on, dadgummit. So you kind of have to ease off of them, and what happens, especially in the forums, I don't know why the farm sim forums are so bad, but they are. They are terrible, and they are so harsh on modders in that forum. And you know, I wish they wouldn't. There's always better ways to go about it and ways to be a lot more positive when it comes to that. Throwing support their way, going to YouTube channels and throwing support their way. You know, if that's something that they're doing, I mean, I've encouraged that with Oxygen David. And the same way with these guys, Bullet Bill and the rest of them. I mean, if it's something that they're doing for free, they're taking a lot of time to try to make something come to console. And that should be taken note of, but it's unfortunate that we kind of get looped on console, and this is where the divide is sometimes. You get looped on console because console guys are so used to everything come to them in a perfectly settled package. And on PC, you know, whether it's sim stuff, whether it's computer games, that stuff, they're rolling out patches all the time, and we're not used to that. And it's one of those things where it's you know, we're not quite well versed in actually being patient for those things to roll through, and a lot of that rests on Giants to communicate with us, and they don't. So we kind of usually take it out on the people that are available, and typically in the forums, the guys that are trying to fix their stuff and trying to put out really good stuff are the modders. And unfortunately, they catch the brunt of it and have something really, you know, have a bad experience with it, and we just don't have anyone to take out frustrations on. So that'll be my little spill about that. It's just, like I said in the first look, give those guys some support, and let them know in a good way, even if there's few things wrong with the map. Put your stuff out there and say, you know, hey, we've got a problem with this. It's doing X, Y, and Z. But you know, thank you for this, and thank you for what you're doing for the community, for consoles, whatever. Because you never know what those good words of support mean. They might need it right then. So that would be that'd be good for them. I know it would. One thing is that even with 6 meter, it is not going to take you long to do any of this. Probably at some point, I will grab me a chainsaw and a chipper, and I will go around a few of these fields anyway, and I will take these trees out. Using seed at a slow but generous pace. One thing that I did think was this map is probably going to serve well, especially if you do the nugget thing. It's especially going to serve well if you want to look at it from the perspective of doing the plowing between every fourth field and doing the fertilization. I think that's going to be fairly doable on this because the fields are short, so you're going to have time to bounce between fields and get things fertilized. And not feel like you're completely always chasing. Now, lawfolds, I could only do one stage. You know, I like to run on 15x. If not, nothing grows, or you're just kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs waiting on something to happen. So I definitely think this map's going to be a little easier to do that on and be able to run a full thwarted farm on this. go. Hey, what's going on, Austin Sticker? Welcome. New face, new name. Welcome to the stream. Glad you are here. Well, at least you got to fix it, James, hopefully. Okay, wait a minute. Yes, if it's this. Actually, do I have it in here? Yes. Is this it? The Lizard 340? Yeah, Clayton, after you subbed again so that you could see your name in the scroll bar. I saw that. I was like, what is this guy doing? If you want to get ultra realistic, throw your ridge markers out there. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. What is your guy? What? Let's see. I'm trying to think about this because it's only 6,000 is the capacity. So 6,000. If my bales are 4,000, if I stuck a grass bale and that in, then or do you guys, when you use that with the 6,000, do y'all just use it as to say? Trying to think here the best way to put that. Do y'all just use a bucket and just shovel it in until you get the right mix? Go in placeables. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Yeah, no, I can't stand them trees. Alright, so I went in placeables, but I don't know why I was going in there. You have to tell me what I'm looking for, because Braden did that to me a bunch today. I think it was it Braden? No. Other guy. No, where's he at? Brandon Bryant. Yeah, he did that to me today. He got the best of me. I think he was just pulling my leg though. Yeah, at some point I will definitely get them out, take care of them. I'll see something new on the Lizard Inn, on the placeables. You mean, lizard, heating plant? Yeah. Hey, what is that? Oh, look at there. Scott scores again. Yeah, so evidently Scott's found us. What that looks like is basically, we'll call it a hotspot for your custom workshop. So if you've got a shop that's already established in the farm, without buying a cheesy building that doesn't go with the thing, you can just add the little bar there. And I guess if you're close to the bar, or close to the little emblem there, then you can do your thing. That's cool. I will say this: I'm not sure about the Dutes. I feel like it's pretty much the same. Now I've only got wheel weights. I don't have the wide tires on this, so if you do have wide tires, it may be a little bit different. But between this and the Dutes, they have extremely good turning radiuses, almost on a dime. I mean, they're right there. That's insane for a medium-sized tractor with 280 horsepower. That's like literally just screwed a Yui right in the middle of the field and it didn't even miss it. Here, lizard, 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 lizard. Oh, that's cool, man. I like that. I like that. That's good because then you can add those at your different areas, and then I'll have to pay that big money for a shop just down here just to save yourself a few bucks when you're wanting to paint your vehicles or, you know, switching tires up and all that other good stuff. So that's cool. Good find, good find. I still looked at it and still didn't catch it. So I don't know. We've got also. Let's see. We've got I think I took them out. Honestly, I don't think I put them in for this one. No, I did not. So we've got another weight. It's got the wheels on the front. I forget what they call it. It's the Garan or the Garati, whatever the brand we have for slurry and manure. That Garant. It's the FRP something something or another. It's in miscellaneous under the mods. There was no announcement about it, and I never saw a release about it, but all of a sudden it just poof, showed up. So go check that out in the mod hub. And I'm just noticing I have officially broken my all-time record for a stream viewership. So thank you guys and gals, if there are gals watching. Thank y'all very much. It's exciting. I see that number's at like 25 and I get all like jittery and excited. So thank you guys a lot for that. Yeah, most they can get away with lizard on everything on here, but the copyright still strikes me on this somewhat, Zenon. There's still some of it like I don't understand, because they tell you, I've looked at the mod packages for console, and they tell you as long as it's a brand that we already have in game that will be good. But then they don't really tell you that, well, it's okay as long as we can get the clearance to use it. I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. So there's still even discrepancies. Even if you've turned it to lizard, it still doesn't always make it through branding and copyright, which I'm not sure how they got the Ford Mustang in there as a lizard, or the F-150, but they did. Thank you, man. Yeah, especially if we got some new guys in here. If you do, I do have everything pretty well split up. Everything's color coded, so if you're looking for a particular live stream, you can all look at the colors. I keep all the episodes in succession. I've enjoyed doing the live stream. I live stream 95 or 6% of the time now. So just a little background on what I usually do with the channel here. And then after that, I will every now and again, once there was new information, I would do video on it, recorded video. But I think the live video is just a lot. I don't know. It's a lot more raw, and you kind of get a true representation of what's going on instead of a rehearsed, a rehearsed video for it. Yeah, I actually. When I first got it, I got the Torum. I got the bigger one though, the one that's still like 12,000. I can't remember which. Maybe it's the Torum from Rostamash. I don't know why, but I kind of fell in love with those. I loved it in 15. I loved the Rostamash Forest Harvester. Loved that thing. It was small, but it had some oomph and had some power, and most of the attachments were pretty solid on it. So. I actually used that quite a bit, and so I've got that one with the smaller header on it. So, I mean, I think I'm running a 25-foot header on it instead of the 18 Vera, whatever they call it, from New Holland. But I actually do like that one. I used it a lot when I was running Bjornholm on 15. I run that I run the 5 a lot. Yes, yeah. I actually like the way both of them sound. The New Holland TC5 sounds really good, and so do the Rostomashes. They sound all modern. All right, so that's some soybean on that one. Still got a lot of seats, so that's really good. Make sure that thing's folded up before I go driving through here. Lots of trigger places for everything around here. So there's definitely a a rhyme and reason to getting around here. I want to do one thing while it's on my mind. Let me take this. I'm just going to set it back here for right now. I'm going to go get my plow, and we're going to kind of see if we can see if this is a texture issue or if this is a you know, some type of a framework issue on that field, and that would be field number 1. That would be an easy bale field. Go in there, fertilize that thing 3 times, throw the plow on it. It's a short field. You could probably get you 20-25 bales out of that one easy. Let's see. Oh yeah, Scott, there's gonna be a lot more of those. Remember me, deal. Yeah, I will always remember you guys. Y'all, some of you guys been there from the very, very, very start. So I'll never forget you guys. Just kidding. Probably should have a weight on the front of this thing because I can already tell it's a little bit loosey-goosey up front, but we'll just do a little quick test here. I think this thing will pull this plow. I don't believe I ever really looked. This is the medium one. It's not the big one. So, all right, 225, and I'm sitting at, I think I got the big one, so 263, so it should do it. Alright, so it is plowing, so that's a good sign. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I might be getting some. Let me actually look on here. Oh, I know why. Alright, so yeah, so when I reloaded that, it double reloaded the chat, and it reloaded my the stream's actually playing on the window. So yeah, it was zapping all that. So let's try that and let's see how it goes. It should be it should return back to smooth. Let me know. That should level out the frames there. Looks like it is on my end. High as it can be now. Yeah, some of those have alarms. Which one are you referring to, Zenon? You referring to the whatchamacallit, the TC5 or the other one? Yeah, well, Chuck does. Chuck loves to harvest. I can't stand it. I can't believe I'm doing this. Cool. Yeah, y'all let me know. Sometimes this thing will have to reset when it gets to I don't know how deep that water is. So you can even see, even on this actually seems like this is what really just needed to happen. Just needed to plow this up, and then it should reset whatever was kind of screwy with it. So I'll do this, and then I go plant some other things out and some other ones. Adding cultivating. I actually like plowing. I like them with these plows a lot better than I do those other big, huge, like the big Salford plow that's like 40 foot long. Can't stand that thing. Good thing about these is when you hire a worker with them, they actually go the length of the field, and then they square it at the end. They don't leave that little triangle strip, which I know they do that in the real world if you use those other big ones, but it's still easier. Well, I say I'm harvesting, but it's running on GPS. Yeah. Yeah, usually if we sit in the cab, we're actually doing it legit. We might as well be driving a real thing. Yeah, only wish we had that. Yeah, the only thing I can say that's going to be a little bit challenging, some people are going to love, some people are going to not mind it, and some people are going to hate it, and that's getting around these little poles and little trees on the edge of some of these smaller fields. You might have to, you know, I have to make a lap around first. Might not be such a bad idea. So you can see whatever was growing over there, it's actually starting to grow now, which I think I had barley on here originally. We'll go ahead and make a lap so that I can get this kind of taken care of here on the ends. Anything yet on the DLC? I have not checked the forums today. I've been pretty quiet on there. I've just had a good bit going on today. I got broke away this afternoon. I was able to do that, but that was pretty much all I had time for. So I've not even been on the forums yet to even see. I know probably about 3-4 weeks ago they had said that they would be letting us know something in the next couple of weeks. So couple of weeks could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, and then again we really don't hear much from Giant, so I mean there's no telling how far off it could be. It's kind of like rolling a dice, man. I feel like I'm playing craps or something, you know. Roll a 5 or a 7. Come on, Giants. 5 or 7. Come on. Hey, good to see you, Braden. Have a good man. Morning to you. Is it morning to me? Yes, it is morning to me. Come on. There we go. Thank you, Jack. You're a fresh name, so welcome to the stream. Yeah, we won't Chuck start PCs. I'm surprised Chuck could even stay in the chat. I figured he'd be up there searching the newest and latest and greatest. Alright, now Ryan, I would love... Hey, what's going on, Ben? I would love to know why you really want a console. Not unless you want to do... Actually, I think I know why. I think Ryan was wanting to do... What were you telling me, Ryan? Was you wanting to do some of the racing games, like the GT7? Yeah, it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there, tantalizing you, it's like a moon pie on a nice cool day with a glass of sweet tea. Forza's Xbox. I actually like Forza, but I actually like Gran Turismo better. I always thought Gran Turismo was better. I do remember one of the best games. Now, this is only my opinion. I thought one of the best games when I got into Xbox was Project Gotham Racing. I know most of you Xbox guys, you probably remember that one. That was a 360 title when it first hit the surface. But that game was so freaking hard, but it was so good. There's something satisfying in this game about a plowed field, I have to admit. One of these days I'm going to do something crazy and plow a really cool houndstooth design in it or something. Something crazy. Too much farming. Yeah, I've had that one happen quite a few times. Yes, sir, man. We'll see you, man. Get these last little bits, and then we'll pull the cedar over here, lay some barley down, and see what this sucker does. Hopefully, hopefully we're all in the clear now. So if it cultivates and seeds, then you guys will know that it's not a debilitating bug. Just something you will, you know, something you'll have to do. Let's see if I can find a better place for this. Let me see how wide this is, because I think this is, yeah, so you gotta, I'm not really sure why they put that there. I mean, maybe, I do like the, it's a nice touch there. I'm kind of curious why they put they've got it right back here as well. And I'm not sure if you pay for that one, but I mean, you've actually, you know, oh, I've got automatic engine start on. Pellet rifle. Pew, pew, pew. I would love the steering wheel. Now, the kind of the sucky thing, in regards to you know, console use with steering wheels is that is unless anybody else can like reaffirm this or go the other, you know, correct me on this. You can't use a controller plus the steering wheel. You'd only be able to use the steering wheel as its own controller entity. So I don't think you could stack them. Like use one as a secondary controller, because if you could on Farm Sim, that would be like game breaking for console guys, because you could get you a steering wheel, use that for all the driving, and then use a controller for your more intricate stuff in and around, which would be pretty awesome. You're supposed to use small stuff, FTG. What's I am using small stuff. Nothing over 6 meters. That's my philosophy. Nothing over 6 meters.
That's what she said.
Alright, so let's see what happens. So, can't even see my... Let's see. Alright, so there's grass, there's wheat, and barley. I don't know why I like barley. Let's see what happens. Alright, so there you go. So just plow it and roll right back over it, and that will fix your issue. And if you want to do laps on this, let's see. You can lower your ridge marker out. That will, that's basically going to be where your middle of your tractor will go next time on your next lap. If you're wondering, that's what that's for. I mean your tractor and combine. Yeah, well my combine, well the other one's 18 foot from the TC5, and the one that I have is just the first level. Instead of like 7,000 capacity, it's like 9,000 capacity, and I got a 25 foot header instead of an 18 foot. So it's not totally out there. Bitch and calf pins. Alright. Well, I got to play old stream all day. Not all day. Just some of it. Oh, let me get back far enough. Yeah, keeping yourself under 200. Yeah, that's noble. You know, well, see, and if that's what I kind of asked before. I was like, does anybody mind if I do the nugget ones, or does people, you know, want to see me start from scratch? I don't mind. I did spend the time going and picking up all those stupid little gold nuggets. Which, if they're in the game, I'll use them. I didn't really. I won't buy anything heftier than this Dukes. Like, I won't buy any more. This I consider the Dukes a medium tractor, and then I guess like the Optum, the T7, that Stayer series, I can't remember which one it is, 6300 maybe, and the Massey 7700. Like, all those are more like a medium high range because they get you around like 313 horsepower, and as far as this one goes, 260, 263. So that's I don't feel like that's too big. It's big enough you get on some of the bigger ones, and the main reason at least I was thinking about having something a little on the larger side when it came to tractor, was just pull the trailers, because I figure at some time, I'm going to be storing some of this stuff, but I'm also going to be pulling animal trailers at some point, going to be pulling grass trailers for silage and that kind of thing. So I figured that I would actually put something. Now that's an interesting texture there. Oh snap, I forgot. Whoops. Plant withering off. Yeah, I don't do plant withering. They were deep, like at least 2 feet deep, man. This map would be perfect for. Yes, it would be perfect for a classic pack. Especially even if you just stayed around just in the farm area. Pins are 8x6. Now that's dang. You got 5 of them. That's a lot. Not sure cubic feet on that, but that's a lot of square footage if you got 5 of them. So this is what, 40. What's that, 42 square foot, then times 5. Wow. So you take what, 230 some square feet, and then put the cube on that, 2 feet deep. Wow. Alright, so there's that and that. Let's see what else I got here. I got, alright, 4's got something on it, 1's got something on it. Let's go ahead and let's go look at 10. Let's go see what 10 looks like. If 10's not ridiculously, which it's on that slope, so it's probably not going to be something I want to make bales on. I always think about that. It might be 15, might be something better for bales. Yeah, I'm not going to put, well, I guess I could. Nah, I'm not going to. It's too risque. Hey, what's up, KTM? Hope you had a good vacation down under there, bud. Oh, I forgot to get my little trailer. It's got on my, I guess eventually I'll need that. No stops for pedestrians. I will say this, I like the water texture. I don't know what he did, but I like it. It's got a very high, almost a mirror. Just didn't sound right when I said that. The reflection on that is almost mirror-like. Good looking. Good job. I love how these guys do these rustic textures. It's really good. I like his roads too. Like the textures, and yeah, of course now the tractor tracks are a little odd. It's more like a almost like an asphalt tire tread in there, but good. Let's see. Let's see, make sure I get back. There's wheat and barley. There we go. So I'm going to throw barley on this one because it's relatively flat. And that way I can maybe make some bales off of this. Won't take long to harvest these. And if you can, the one thing I have to do is go get me a little fertilizer. But get down here, throw this up there. That's not going to take long to plow them. It's not going to take long to do things. So if you can make, 24 bales, keep you 15, 20 cows. You don't have a ton of storage room outside extra stuff if you're going to keep If you're going to keep some animals, then you're going to keep a fully functioning farm. There's not really a ton of extra storage outside of the map that you actually have access to. There's a little around the shop up near, I believe it's up there near G7, Grassfield 7. There's some storage up there. Other than that, though, there's not. It's not like Lostburg where you've got sheds and stuff everywhere out. Most everything has to be stored up around the farm. So. Nice, dude. A little bit jealous, but that's okay. I'm at home with the controller in my hand playing Farm Sim. Oh, y'all didn't let me know. Chat stopped over there. There's a reload chat right quick. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Y'all let me know if y'all see chat slow up or it all of a sudden looks like everybody stopped talking. If you're watching on mobile or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure it does, Tractor. Yeah, I'd imagine jet lag from, you're over there, what, in Ireland or Scotland? You're way over there and going all the way down to Australia. That's got to be quite an adjustment coming back home to that. You nodded off for 15 or 20. I haven't really decided what speed on this map I'm going to play. Right now it's 5 times, and that's or 5x. I mean, I guess that's fast enough for. That's fast enough for this, I guess, for what I'm doing now. The only thing that I always notice about 5x is, well, any of them for that matter. Is when they start growing and you want to do the fertilizing stages. That's usually when 15x becomes a little quick. 15 or 30 comes quick. So sometimes you have to back it out to 5. At least I do. Hey, what's going on, Vid Izzy Games? Did someone skid steer? No, I did not. I still have it. I was thinking about selling it. I kind of like it. I may use it in and around, depending on where I decide to stick some of the bales. I mean, I may use it to go grab. I'll be interested to see if the troughs here for the sheep and as well for the pigs. It's out in the middle of the field. I'll be interested to see if those will take a grass bale. I actually like feeding them that way more so than I do backing up a loading wagon and just dumping grass in there. At least around here, a lot of times they'll take those grass bales, hay bales, straw bales, and they'll take them out there with like a skid steer, whether it's bobcat or whatnot. It's got like a chainsaw arm, and it'll cut it in half, and it basically just breaks it all apart so that it doesn't sit there and rot away in the field. Especially in the summertime, they'll cut it up so they'll dry out. And the cows and horses and stuff, man, it'll just tear it up. Some of the maps we can feed them that way. The Coldborough, you could feed them that way. I guess they had a trigger set up to accept bales, and it would use the whole 4,000, pounds of it. And then if you took them over to like Lawfolds, did not accept bales in the thing, and Shellington does not accept bales in the feed troughs. So I'm kind of anxious to see if this one does, or if you're going to have to, possibly buy a feeder and throw all your grass bales into a feeder. I mean, that would make it a little bit easier and a little more clean, but you know. Let's see here. The backhoe in the rain. So the implements because there's a pallet fork on the shed on the top. Yes, I don't know if I sold that pallet. I don't like that's the front loader pallet fork. You can't even get to it with the JCB, but you can if you go the New Holland and go over there. You can't get it with the New Holland. But yeah, no, I didn't. I don't know that I sold that. I may have. I just assume use the bale fork that comes with it, because that usually 90% of the time doesn't get bound up with it and wind up, shooting whatever, whether it's the wool pallets or whatever you're pulling in over there. It usually doesn't get stopped up with it. So, and here we are entering back Grunewald. It says 2 cities in here. I guess you got one at the bottom is, actually I think maybe over here on the top end is Dorfbach, and that's Grunewald. Yeah, no problem, KTM. We'll see you next time, whenever you bail out. Yeah, we've got a lot of coon stuff. I don't have any of that. Most of our stuff, I think, is all. We'll say it's all in the. We've got a straw blower. I forget what else we got. We'll say we got a couple of cedars of theirs and something else. They're all mods, all small stuff. Maybe even have some cultivators from them. All right, so let's throw a little gem right there, and. Alright, tell this tractor's gonna get a lot of hours on it. So let's see. I did keep that pallet fork. I don't really know why. I don't know that I'm gonna like this. A lot of people hate this telly. I may not like it. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. What's going on, Johnny7610? How you doing, buddy? Is a Renault thing an Easter egg for a DLC? No, well, that I don't know, but I know on the, let's see, where was this forum? No, this was, I guess, in the original. I saw it on Facebook, on the Black Sheep, on their mod Facebook site. Someone had commented to leave that in and had a picture of it, I guess from FS15. And you bail out. I know, man. I got to give credit. I will put this in there, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. KFC running loose. Mario. I don't know if Mario's in the chat or not, but I'll have to give him credit for this and trademark Mario. So anyway, I'm always talking about Ryan always coming in busting bales. So when the T-shirts get done, it's gonna have like the FTG logo up top, and at the bottom it's gonna be like busting bales. It's busting bales since 2016. So yeah, that's kind of a running joke around here. Bailing out, busting bales, get off my bales. Oh yeah, tons of puns to go around. And I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but it just worked out that way. All right, I'm looking for my tractors. I'm lost. Where my tractors go? Where's my case tractor? I hate fast traveling. Oh, okay. No, I don't know why, honestly. I mean, we've got... I don't know how they got past this one. Let me go ahead, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's right up here. And when you see it, you're like, yeah. So look right in front of me. So there's freaking Coca-Cola. There's no way that Coca-Cola gave them okay to use their sign in Farm Simulator. And I'm sure that would not have been cheap if Coca-Cola actually knew that. I mean, that's just something you just don't do. I can't believe they got away with that. And we might see something in there. I mean, you gotta hope that it's gonna be something pretty doggone decent. I mean, because I will say this, the mods so far, even with their issues and their little small problems here and there, man, the mods that have come out for the most part have been better than any map we've gotten from Giants. Now it may have a few bugs in it. I'm not gonna say they're perfect by any means, but from the level of thought and the level of time that went in to create some of this stuff, it's pretty awesome. Alright, so I am going to take off on one of these grass fields, cut it a little bit here, windrow it up, and get something over here for the sheep, because I guess two things I'm going to have to do here. Let's see. Let me just go and do this right now, because I'm going to need to buy a weight. Yep, Coca-Cola sign. So let's go in and get the big one. And on this thing, we'll just make it black. No, we'll make it, yeah. No. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go get, we'll see if this thing, I don't know these wheel weights will hold this, I don't know if they'll hold this thing up or not. If they do, it's going to be awful shaky if I hit a bump. Having a bale of a time. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright. Good thing is shop is a straight skip right across the road and up the hill. Nice little pretty blonde there walking. They have some automatic gates in here, which I actually do like. I'm not sure if this one works automatically. Not automatically. No, does this one work? No, it doesn't. So there's one down on the south end that works, and it's like that, but it actually is just it's a roll type gate. It's pretty good looking. Ironically, Ryan, we do not have the minion weight anymore. I guess the people on the forums griped and complained about it so much that Giants took it off of the mod list. Oh, that's what I mean. I was like, it's so pointless to complain about it because somebody out there is rocking it and they're loving it. I was like, who the heck cares? Just don't download it. Let's see. So we got two grass fields here, but I actually want to try to do a halfway decent one. Let's go look at G1. Let's see what their grass field looks like. Everything in the center from G3 all the way down to G6 is pretty much north to south. Higher elevation all the way down to lower elevation. Kind of one of the better things, at least everything right here around this centralized area right here is all relatively flat. But that does not leave you much room when it comes to, to having some sizable fields down here. There's not a lot that's very, very big. So you're definitely going to have to work on some hills and plan your crops accordingly, especially what you're going to cut grass. If you're going to make bales or do whatever with it, think about whether or not you're going to make square ones, whether or not you're going to make round ones, and how that's going to obviously affect you cutting grass and baling them, or they're going to roll right back down the hill. So at least right here, the only thing, let's see, this is not too bad. It's actually a pretty decent sized little grass field. Alright, so interesting. Alright, so, okay, so, wow. Alright, so here's something that to keep in mind. I was afraid of this, but I didn't really know. So the way these grass fields work is they're already plowed. So you could, as long as you have a grass, like we'll just take this Novicat. As long as the 301 is in the front and the widespread here on the back is in the back of the tractor, it will mow it with a worker. But what happens if you cultivate over this, it actually will erase the texture. It's supposed to erase the whole entire thing and make it like a field, because you're not supposed to have to do that. So if you do plant grass and then you cultivate over it, then it's supposed to return it back to a cultivated texture. But as you can see, this one has just planted basically soybean right on the edge of the grass field. So I'm sure wherever I went earlier and did that, I'm sure that there's probably a big old huge stripe of it over there. So yay. Yeah, PS4 doesn't have the minion weight. Now, dude, seriously, there possibly could be some kind of a issue with Sony not allowing the minion weight because there's something to deal with it from a movie perspective. You know, whether it's a Sony or whether it's Universal, Pixar, I mean, all those companies that have all those animated movies, there might be there might be something about that they wouldn't let them have it on there. There's no telling, man. Well, what's up, Alex? What's up, Lime Red Gaming? Hope you guys are well. New names to the stream, so welcome to you guys. See if I can find the edge right here. I think this is it. Yeah, I think that'll work. There we go. Alright, so I know Chuck had an issue earlier where he had an issue where he was cutting the field and it was spitting out potatoes in its wake, and then he was windrowing potatoes. So this is obviously not one of those fields, but nonetheless a very interesting very interesting development. The good thing about fields like this, I'll go ahead and say this little bit of tidbit information as well. The good thing about this is that all of these fields can be fertilized. So if they have, I'll zoom out here, you can see how what I'm running over has a very kind of almost muddy, darker texture in it. What is over here right underneath me has this like really green, kind of washed out gray grass texture. You can't fertilize that, but this you can. And if all is correct right here, let me double check. It might not let me because I haven't plowed this field yet, but let's look, because I know what I can do to make it show this up. So I'm assuming, so this all needs plowing. It's saying it all does. So let's just take, for an instance, let's take plowing off, just so I can see it on the map. And you should see fertilizer states on that part. Yeah, so every time you plant grass on something, whoops. So it hasn't been plowed, so this is the first stage. So when you cut grass like this, it kind of serves as a weeder. I say this, every time I do it, and I know there's probably new guys that have never seen this. But once you cut it, it's kind of like, let's just say it almost is like oilseed radish. So once you cut it, it fertilizes it. So that means you only have to do it 2 more times, and you can do the grass that many times. I've done it before and had so much grass that I'd barely run halfway down the field and I'd be full. Doing a loading wagon or something. So this will continue. So if you were to double cut it again after full growth, it will go back to the 1-stage fertilizer. But you could bring this after it sprouts up again. You could run some granular or even a sprayer over it and fertilize it again and get an extra 30% return on it. So just keep that in mind with all these fields. They're not required of you plowing them to do it. They've already been done. And you can see right here, you can see where they stop. So if I was to cut on into the next place, it would show the grass would always be gone, but it wouldn't have. You can see definitely where the line separation is. Tractor Man, no, this is the biggest one. This is the 2,300 kilogram. I have no idea what you mean, Geegan. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm cutting grass. Usually, if you're asking an assumption of the mowers being on the front, I like to do it from the cab most of the time, so you can actually see it a lot better. Yeah, I think it was around 268, 266 maybe, something like that, when it started. So it's a good number, man. I was really surprised. Jumped up quite a few today. I try not to gauge my success by that, but it's hard not to look at it. Hey, thank you, Alex. Appreciate that, buddy. Yes, Brandon. If you did have the minion weight, you will still have it. You just can't download it anymore. Yes, I do play online. I'm not particularly today, but yes, I do. Make this turn right here. Yeah, we do some online. At some point, we kind of always talked about doing big mod maps where we just have 6 people do a logging and doing all kind of stuff like that. And at some point, I want to get into that. We've got a couple of guys. I've gotten, I guess, 2 of the community guys that are on PS4 anyway. They've been on the farm. Plan on getting them back in as well. I know Chuck's working tonight, and but if you are interested, there's something down on the. You can send me a private message here on YouTube, and just throw me your screen name, and then I'll put you in at least in a list of guys that want to do it, and want to be featured on live stream. Hey, sounds good, Zenon. Good to see you again, and yeah, we probably. Be going probably around the same time tomorrow, so yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. Yeah, 15,000 subs tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have to get a lot more watching to have 15,000 subs. Alright, so this will work on this will be okay field to do some on it, and since this is fertilized, I'm not going to fertilize until I get to the next stage when the next sprigs show up. So let's see, get that up. There's grass fields galore around here, so I don't know. I'm not sure how much I'm going to do. I may do some silage, but I'm going to do that probably off stream. Yeah, man. Pretty much when the truck gets so dirty, the inside starts getting dirty. So all your all your footprints down on everything is that goes away whenever you wash the truck. Let's see, I'm on 5, so now that I've gotten some things done, I'm going to go ahead and run it back up to 15. And let's see, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to go grab some fertilizer, go down and fill that sucker up. Just drop that off there. What do you mean, don't I mean tractor? we'll go get a fertilizer. If that's what you're asking. I may have said something wrong. Who knows? Do you get all that money, that glitch? No. Actually, on this map, I went and I looked and found all 100 gold nuggets. You know, once you find 10, it gives you a second. Gives you all the rest of the 90. So all your job is to drive all over the map and go pick them all up and find them all. So that's how I did that. I said that in the original stream. I really don't try to mod. The only map that I've really modded was Lawfolds, and that was just enough to get some of the bigger stuff. At least get one of a few things, so I could actually make some money, not spend 2 and 3 hours harvesting a field and cultivating a field with a 25-foot header. And that was the big one with that. I hate harvesting. Oh my God, I hate it. But yes, once you get those 100 nuggets, you get $1 million. So I went ahead and paid out the rest of my loan, and I really didn't get that much for it. I mean, I got a tractor, a harvester, header, and some stuff. I didn't really grab the biggest and best of everything, just because you don't really necessarily need it on this map. Well, there's no need for the glitch because we have a money mod. So you just place the mod and it gives you $10,000 an hour. So we don't really need the glitch anymore. They put out the sale glitch, but there's no need for any of the other stuff because we've got a money mod. You just placeable and it gives you 10 grand an hour. Alright, so I'm going to spot up over here and we'll throw a little bit on this field. And go grab that canola field first right quick. Oh, I called the tractor truck. Yeah, sorry. Yes, I mean tractor. Oh, you know what? Not gonna be able to do that because we're gonna have to drive down here and actually fill this thing up. So it looks to be, unless there's something on the, I'm gonna look. It looks like you can do liquid fertilizer on the farm. Obviously it'll be slurry, so I think this may be one of those where I may actually break into doing a little slurry, maybe a little manure spreading. I haven't on any of the rest of them because the fields have been so big, and the way Farm Sim utilizes the resources of slurry and manure, it's very wasteful to say the least. So I think I'm actually going to give that a try on this one. At least get some of it, see how it does. Take care of some of the fertilization states and that stuff and whatnot. So if you got pigs going, you got cows going, I mean, you might as well use this stuff. No, I don't know squad. And you'll find feed and fertilizer all down here. So seeds will be right there in front, and actually should have drove around, but I'll cut through right here. Seeds there, bells right there. Looks like, I don't know if that's, I guess that might be your bell sell point. And then under here, you've got your fertilizer down here. The good thing about it, Lawfolds I thought used seed up about, I could count between every seed versus every granular fertilizer was 9 seeds per granular fertilizer when you would use the combination seeders fertilizers. And these seem to use things on a much more even scale basis. So I find that I'm using seed a lot slower on this map. So these trips down here to fill up seed and fill up fertilizer won't be nearly as frequent if you're used to playing Lawfolds or even Coldborough and Chillington for that matter. I find myself doing it quite a bit on Chillington as well. I just don't think his are set quite as fast. No, I do not own anything in real life. I actually live on a lake, so got a boat and a fish, and I do absolutely no farming whatsoever. I kind of wish I did. I mean, I grew up in the country. I had farms around me. But I never knew those people well enough to for them to be comfortable enough. Now, I did have a father-in-law, a late father-in-law. He's since passed away, but I did have a father-in-law that took me out, and so he taught me how to drive on all the excavators, backhoes, bobcats. I was kind of part of his business and part of his thing, so I got to drive all that stuff. So I do at least have some experience in some pretty actually heavy machinery. Which is always fun to drive, but ironically, no tractors. You throw me up in an excavator with a, you throw me up one of those big Volvos or something, I'd be just fine. It wouldn't matter to me a bit. I'll tear up anything with it, but put me in a tractor, I'd be like, I haven't had the slightest clue. Let's see. This is confusing driving these little. The the one thing I noticed is the traffic is extremely slow on this map. At Chellington, the traffic ticks away pretty quick, but it is slow on this map. Favorite tractor in Farm Sim? One of my favorites is the original Case. That's one of my favorites. The 1455 XL. That's my favorite. At least one of, and mainly just because it looks awesome with the wide tires in the back. But if we're talking any of the bigger tractors, I would say the T7 is a favorite. Like the Blue Power, the heavy edition, the Blue Power. I actually like that one a lot. So those are probably my two favorites if I had to pick. I don't mind the Magnum CVX. I don't mind that one as much. There we go. Get that to close. I like that one, but some of these I use for functionality instead of just pure looks. And the functionality on that CVX, the turning radius on that is terrible. So I typically don't like it, even though I love it. 90s model Case. Yeah, there's James with the Optum. Flip the cotton picker when you're 15 or 16. I remember the first time I was in. He had a Volvo. It was just a backhoe. I had a front loader bucket and had a backhoe in the back. And he wanted me to go down the creek and grab like three huge buckets of clay. It was like a clay sand mix from the creek bottom. He was wanting me to go put that in the flower beds. He had these big flower beds around his house. He's like, wanting me to drive this big backhoe down into the creek. So I got down there and got it. And when I was pulling out of the creek, I'd stuck the back in, put my outriggers down. And when I pulled the outriggers back up, it's like the back of the truck sank into the thing. So anyway, I tried to take off. And when I did, the bucket up front was a little bit too high. So of course it flopped the front of it back, and the whole bucket on the back end came out, and the truck's like sitting straight up in the creek, like literally vertical. And I'm like hanging on to dear life. So I was like, I wasn't dare going to call him and tell him to come get me out of the woods, so or out of the creek with something else. So I lowered the bucket and pushed it away, and then big old available tractor went ka-bam, ka-bam, ka-bam. So that's as close as I've been in a wreck for that one. That's always a good story. Yeah, it is. Well, it's offered on this game. Okay, well, I don't drive tractors. Case, the Puma CVX, the turning radius is terrible in this game. And the other favorite one is the Magnum CVX. So, I mean, right there it is. I'm not sure what you're implying by that. I mean, yeah, well, so he asked what my favorite tractor was in the game. So that's what I was talking about. I don't know tractors in real life. Hey, good night, James. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully we'll see you around tomorrow night. Been looking forward to our FTG joke of the early stream. Favorite big rig? I don't really have one. I mean, there's really not too much to choose from in America. I mean, besides, you know, your standards, Peterbilts and your Volvos and Freightliner and whatever else you want to, you know, pick from. But if you start getting into the Euro truck brands, then I don't really know much of them because we never see any of them around here in the States. Now, if you're talking game, big rig, and we've got 4 of them. I like the Tatra the best, the 6x6, because it's the most stable. Yeah, well, that's fine if you know your tractors. I mean, you're around them every day, so I'd expect you to know them. If you're around them all day and you didn't know anything about them, I'd ask you why. I mean, it'd be no different with me if we were doing X-Plane. I'd be able to tell you anything about a plane, an airliner, prop, wouldn't matter. You know, that's what I spent a lot of time doing, being around planes, getting pilot's license and all that. So, I mean, it'd be the same exact thing. So, it's all good. I'd expect you to know your tractors if you're around them every day. You come up here to my wood shop, I'd spin your head around talking about wood and different ways to work with different exotic hardwoods and all that other good stuff and all the different ways that you can join wood together. I could spin your head with that one too. That's just what happens when you spend years learning a craft. You get good at it, and then that's what becomes your job, and that's what you get paid to do. You get paid for the knowledge on that craft. Kind of getting a little scared on this field because I didn't see no budding, no buds on this one yet. This is that one that we plowed up early on. Has a little, something wrong with the texture issue on it. So hopefully this thing's going to be okay. I'm not going to put a ton of work into around the farm, and you know, I'd always go through and take my wheel and clean stuff up and clean edges of fields up and get rid of trees. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a final version. I don't think these things, at least for console, ever are a final version. It's a little easier in PC world to do that. You know, to get updates and get things out pretty quick. But we've kind of seen how fast it takes to get an update out from Giants on these maps. So, I don't really know. We'll we'll see. But I'm not going to spend a ton of time trying to you know, really put the best foot forward on this. I'm going to kind of keep this and keep diving into the map a little more and enjoying it. I may even run back and, oh, finally, good. Well, I'll just run it over again. So this will be a, I really think this will be a good alternative. It'll be a really good alternative whenever we get some of these other updates. We're going to have 2 new maps probably in the next 2 weeks. So by the time we get 2 new maps and, you know, possibly get Coldborough update, possibly get Lawford's update, and then we've got this one on top of that. I mean, whew, it's going to be a lot to go around. And all of those, I actually enjoy all those maps, especially if they're all working and are solid maps. It'll be really nice. Really looking forward to that. Good thing is, not going to take long to fertilize any of these. Ain't going to take long to seed them. I mean, I've pretty much gone from plow, seed to harvest on 2 fields, cut grass on another one, all in just an hour and 40 minutes. That's, feel like I've made a lot of progress on getting some things started. Hopefully grass bales will feed there. Hopefully. Hoping they will. Really hoping they do. But this will turn into a complete animal farm. Pigs, cows, and sheep. Although I won't be keeping nearly the amount of numbers that I have kept on the other ones. I'll definitely keep those numbers a little more toned down for this one. So I think this will probably be 2nd fertilization, so I'm probably going to need to do it a 3rd time, I think. Hey, what's going on, LMC Phillips? I missed you there in chat. Welcome. Yeah, no, Greg. I think you're talking about me talking about that field not growing, and then it just went. Not much. It's got myself a brand new pair of headphones. Yeah, it's always a good thing. We talking headphones as in MP3 style headphones, or we talking like gaming headphones? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I know these tires would completely tear up this field, but we don't have crop destruction on consoles, so oh well. I'd sport the narrow tires on it though. I don't even know if this one comes with narrow tires. I want to say it doesn't. It comes with standard wheel weights and wide. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about earlier. So if you cultivate any of these grass fields, so if you wanted to put one more, which is actually something I might would do, I might would turn this field into a barley field and maybe connect it with that one once these two trees are gone. So you could maybe buy that one and then just connect it all the way up here. Thing is, if you pull a cultivator and a seeder combination up there, this is what you're going to get. Now, I'm going to be interested to see if this grows without it being a grass texture, because that's going to be a little weird, because you're going to have a crop growing inside of what would normally be where grass grows. I don't know if that was meant, and I would assume if you came up here and plowed this and then replanted it again, it would actually probably behave like it's supposed to. See, I did it right there as well, so you're going to have, heck, I don't even know what that is. That might be barley there, or the start of it. I'm not sure. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. Anyway. What's up, PL Gaming? Hello, I'm French. Hello, I'm American. I would say something in French, but I don't know any. Helper H has completed a task. What would Helper H be doing? I don't have a Helper H. Yeah, I know the weeder does, but so do all the rest of them. I mean, I'm not sure. Don't want to hold seed anyway, right? Yeah, I did a video on those. Did a weeder video with in regards to ways that you could pretty much take care of some of the stuff in just one fell swoop. Do one weeder, do one cultivation, and then you're good to go on the seeder. You take care of all three stages. Plus, by the time you added your plow in and get 100% return on what you already did. So, yeah, if any of you interested, if you don't know how fertilizer works, go check that one out. Oh, it's got a shovel in it. Hey, gummit. Alright, let's see. Put it over here. Alright, I was going to put this up here and see what this grass is doing. It's probably not ready. I probably will take some of these grass fields now that I've seen that one. I probably will go take some of these grass fields and I'll just go and plow them up. You won't have to create a new field on those, but I'm going to replow some of them just so that I can put some, especially if they're relatively flat. Like this one's pretty good, but it's just barely starting to bud new grass in there, so yeah, there might be some issues with this map, but I don't know. It might just be it's kind of the way when it started out that way. It's kind of odd, at least for us anyway, because this usually doesn't work that way. So maybe if I went back through and plowed it and then replanted it, it would act like it's supposed to. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I'll find out. Thank you, Greg. Good night to you, buddy. Hope, man, we'll see you maybe tomorrow. I'm fixing to close up shop here. I got pretty much everything I wanted to do today. At least I know that's growing. It's taking forever, but I guess that was barley. I guess that's what I planted up there, so yay. Alright, that's what I at least wanted, so. Alright, good to see you, Tractor Man. We will see you next time. And probably sometime we're going to have to move some of this stuff out. I'm going to have to figure out where in the heck I'm going to put some things. A lot of really cool cool areas down here. It's just a question of where you're going to put stuff. I think that wall will be a good candidate for something, some type of a bale. And then I guess you could do grass over here. It's a whole big, huge area for it. So this could definitely work as being something over here. Depends on how far the wool pallets come out. And depending on whether or not they get shimmied back in here like they do on Coldborough. I'm not sure where the interaction zone for that is. Hopefully it'll work out okay. So I'll get probably this next stream tomorrow. I'll look at trying to get everything finished up, get these grass, get baled some of that, and I've already got water ready to go for the sheep. We'll buy us a animal trailer, and we'll kind of get sheep going, and then we'll start working on cows, getting all the stuff for them. Maybe running some grass runs and see if we can get some silage in there and get it fermented. And then probably sometime, let's see, today's Friday, so probably sometime by maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we'll be running on pigs, and possibly, maybe if we can get enough slurry and enough manure going, we can continue this farm subsistently on slurry and manure without using granular or anything else. So that'd be really cool. I'd enjoy doing that. I haven't done that on any of the farms yet. So as always, you guys got comments about this video, or you got questions that maybe I didn't cover something, feel free to comment at the video and ask questions, and especially if there's questions in there, I'll either answer if it's easy, or in that next stream I'll direct those questions and help you answer them up, help you figure out what was going on if you've got a question about something, if you're not really into this map yet. But anyway, if you want to see kind of the run through of all the animal houses and all the cow and the pig stalls, and at least where, you know, all the lighting and the different things that we're going to have access to on this map, which is all custom, you can go check out the first look video. It's pretty good. It's an hour, but it's jam packed of everything on this entire map is there. So see you later, James. Good to see you, buddy. We'll be doing the same time tomorrow probably, so hopefully we'll see you on there as well. But anyway, for the rest of you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I actually set my first record tonight, which was, I think, 27 on stream, which is just immaculately it's great. It's huge. I would have never expected that. So special thanks to you guys for showing up and dealing with me jabbering and running my mouth for a couple hours here. I have certainly no shortage of hot air and things to say about this game. It doesn't matter. It's a good one. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Beautiful map here. I think I'm definitely going to enjoy this one. It's going to be nice to just be able to kick off and do some smaller farming on this when we've got some of these other maps that kind of come back into the fray. I think things are about to get busy with it, especially if this first DLC is good. Fingers crossed this first DLC is a knockout winner. The Giants is probably going to solidify 19, 21, and 23 for most guys. So we're still hoping. Fingers crossed. But anyway, hey, Chuck, we'll see you later, buddy. And Jamie, I'm going away. I'm just not going to be there. Okay. All right, man. Well, anyway, you guys that are watching later, like, subscribe, any of that stuff. You know, like the videos that you like. Kind of helps keep me thinking about what content is really what you guys are looking at, what you like. Like I said, this is pretty much a predominantly live stream channel. I don't really like to do a lot of recorded videos. I do like the rawness of just doing it live and then being able to interact and enjoy the community. So I hope you do that as well. If you didn't say hey this time and want to introduce yourself next time, please feel free to. Chat is completely open. Very limited rules, except basically treat other people how you want to be treated. So please feel free to jump in and jump in with chat with us next time. Introduce yourself and get into the conversation. Hey, what is going on, Colton Lloyd? Good to see you, man. You're a fresh name, so thank you for coming in. And we'll be trying to, I think this week will be a pretty good week. Maybe a few days I won't be streaming, but pretty much most of every night around 10:30, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be streaming here and a couple of others. But you can check the main page on under the featured videos there on my YouTube page. We'll have the new, whatever the next episode is. Just a reminder for those guys that are new, that maybe you're in the stream that haven't been here before. Most of all my stuff is all color-coded, so if you're looking for a particular map or looking through the latest uploads, everything's color-coded. So once you figure out what color one is, it's always the same for all those episodes. And I always just change the color up for every map that comes out. And that kind of helps keep it a little bit better organized. But playlists are all organized from 1 to 0. And all my descriptions say what I do in the video. So if you ever wonder what's in those, just kind of check the description. And it is informative, at least to tell you what was on the docket to do. And what was planned and what we succeeded in doing. So hope you guys enjoy looking through that. Let me know if I can do anything better to organize any of that stuff to make it easier to sift through. If you really don't care, you just watch it when it goes live. That's cool too. How long is this stream? This stream is fixing to end. It's been going for almost, I'm going to be cutting here at 2 hours verbatim. So pretty much, hey, good night, Mario. But usually that 2 hours is the maximum. I usually don't go any over 2 hours. But we'll be tomorrow probably around 11 p.m. Eastern time. We usually go to about 1 in the morning unless I just need to finish up a last minute operation. So that's usually what way that one rolls. So anyway, guys, definitely appreciate you showing up and checking it out. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. Everything goes right. I'll be back at 11 p.m. Eastern. It's been a joy, as always. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Good night, guys.